Hello everyone, this is Affinity League 19, Match 1. Thanks for tuning in. Quick note before we get into the match here. I did one change to the deck I swapped one Stubborn Denial for one Spell Pierce in the sideboard. That is a ratio that I've played in paper in the past. The use case here being, I think, the spell's pierce can sometimes miss. This hand has one land, no acceleration. It can cast some spells, but I think being on the draw, we can afford to mulligan. This hand looks a wee bit better. It's a wee bit weaker to disruption, but I think it has a higher chance of doing some stuff rather than waiting on a land or a mana source. I'm going to bottom this since we already have two lands. Wooded foothills. Into a mountain. Faithless looting, so dredge or HollowVine. Oh, yep. HollowVine or Vengevine of some variety. Okay. That's grand. Luckily for us, they appear to not have a hollow one in hand. We do have to try to be a little more explosive, though, to combat it. The Volt Scourge might be able to help us out there. I'm going to play... this being Vengevine, it's probably not... No, it's not black-red, which I think black-red would motivate us towards not necessarily playing the Opal, because then you have an extra card to, quote, lose or trade out with the, I think it's Burning Inquiry. Ballista. Okay, well, I guess it's better that they waste that on Volt Scourge than on Steel Overseer. Okay. And they're dumping Endless One for 0. Then the Walking Ballista makes a little more sense. Vengevine does as well. Okay, things are looking a little more... I don't know if I want to say dire. I think I need to get out a Steel Overseer so I can get an activation off. But we're not in the best of positions. That's for sure. We can have Rest in Pieces come in. Sorry about that. And sorry to my opponent that we're not looking so hot here. At best, I can currently... Well, the Citadel's probably better because then that gets Metalcraft going. We can play the Plating and play the Overseer. That's probably best, because then I guess I at least have a blocker of some variety. Alternatively, I don't play the Plating because I can play it next turn. I can play, equip, activate. This leaves Inkmoth Nexus up for 1, 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is not enough. But that has a higher chance of getting me there than playing the Plating this turn. So I will not play it yet. Definitely not attacking. Faithless Looting. Looks like Steel Overseer is going to have to do some chump blocking, but we knew that anyway. Goes up to 3, so this is 11 on board. He just swings in with everything. I have to chump a thing. This doesn't have trample or anything, right? Nope. Okay. So I guess another thing I could have done last turn was play and equip Plating onto the Steel Overseer. And then we would have had that. Okay. I didn't even catch that was in the graveyard. Welding jar. So, mathing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're 1 shy. Right, because 1, 2, 3 from activation, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Darn. And I don't think blocking does anything. Current board state, I can potentially block to survive. I can't kill them this turn, so I have to try. They probably just have too much. Not enough. Unless I miscounted somehow. Oh, I can't. I have to do the math again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 1 to activate and 1 to equip. I don't see Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That only Nexus is 2, 2 plus 1, 3. Then Nexus plus SO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6. Steel Overseer plus declare attackers. So and then I can't block enough. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I did the math. It's possible I was missing something, but I'm pretty sure I counted correctly. You could pay 1 for the Nexus. Non-infect. I'd have to activate. Pay 1 to activate and 1 to equip. Only had 2 mana open. So red-green HollowVine. Plating and Vault Scourge is great. Whip Flare, rest in peace. Yeah. Rest in peace, Whip Flare. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down the Karns because they're slow. And then I'm gonna go down 1 Ravager. It's questionable. I could put in a Grudge for HollowVine. But what would I go down? My notes here are a wee bit behind. If I'm going down the Karns, I'm losing extra creatures. The rest in pieces and Whip Flares, I think Whip Flares don't seem as good when he has Hollow One and Vengevine. I think I like having an extra champ instead. We'll give that a shot. Seems to be a tough choice. Oh, I guess the Whip Flare is good against the Menacer. Yeah. This has all the answers and none of the mana, so easy mulligan. This has all of the mana and none of the answers. But I don't think I can do very much better by mulliganing, so I'm going to keep. And we're definitely going to put that to the bottom because I need something a little bit better. They mulligan to 6, we mulligan to 6. Could I have gotten that first game if I played slightly differently? I'm not sure. Could have maybe gotten in with the Nexus for a time that I didn't do anything. So next turn we can play and then equip plating, and then we lose the pest to the Lavamancer, which is not good. That's probably another reason for having 2 Whip Flares instead of just 1. Alrighty, here's to a better top deck. A Whip Flare now would be good. But it's more likely that we just lose creatures to this here Lavamancer. I guess Rest in Peace would also be good. That would both shut down Lavamancer and the bridge. That's another reason to have another Whip Flare. So the issue... So they just played that for Zerum. Yeah, just to get the zombie tokens. And then they have... Oh, wow, that's good. That's really good for us. So I'm going to play the Spire. We're going to force the activation now. It'll kill Signal Pest, but then I can get in with one hit from the Nexus. And then we can plate it up next turn. Alright. So the Lavamancers... So that was a really good top deck. We are still a bit behind as far as this goes. But unless they have Bolt, we have a decent race with the Nexus. Because I can activate, I can equip, and then I can activate. Oh no, I can play. Alright, cool. You can just get all sorts of shenanigans going on here. If the opponent has a lightning bolt, yeah, it's a lot better if they wait for me to tap out. And I think honestly that's... Yeah, they're gonna kill it here. That's a bummer. I still think it was right to Alright, well. Gonna kill plating. Which significantly decreases our clock. So now we need plating. Etched Champion will also be acceptable. Our Singleton Whip Flare would be pretty good. I will block with my Ornithopter. Alright. Etched Champion coming in hot. Yeah. So, in order to keep him protected, it's probably better this turn to not attack with the Inkmoth Nexus and have an activation of one of those artifacts up. Otherwise, he could have a kill spell that kills, say, Ornithopter. So I gotta hold back, unfortunately. But that means I do start getting ahead, because they can't attack with those zombies. Well, they could. They can attack with the two zombies at risk of losing both of them. Or one, and then the other, consequently. This is probably Hollow One. No, they are digging. Desperately digging, I assume. Maybe not desperately. Because getting a Hollow One out there would change things. Okay. That's cool. So now I can... I think it's good to just go in on this. I could go for straight damage, but I think it is safe to still go in on the Ink Moth plan. I'm one shy again. Dagnabbit. Which means if I had attacked last turn, this would be lethal. But they've got a grudge. For the Ink Moth Nexus even. Okay, that's fair. Alright, which means we need to start getting in on the regular damage plan, apparently. Which is fine. And then... put down the Ornithopter so that I can block 2 things and kill them instead of just 1. I can also attack with 2 Ornithopters and Blink Moth Nexus next turn and have 2 black to swap to whatever they don't kill. Rest in peace is definitely our saving grace here. LOL. They did some drawing. Okay, so we want Whip Flare back in. I think I'll go down a Memnite. And we could contemplate 1 or 2 of those for Ancient Grudge. But I'd have to drop something. Those somethings could be Memnites, because the Memnites are not likely to get in. So we could get a Stubborn Denial and a Spell Pierce. The problem here is that we're starting to infringe on our mana. So I think I would rather put a Memnite back in and drop another Ravager. Try it like that. Not sure if that's the best idea, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Alright, so this lets us build up to Ravager, Plating Pest, and have Blast up for their big threat. I think that's doable. They mulligan to 6 and kept. Turn 1, I think I'm just gonna Signal Pest. Yes. That seems fine. If they use a removal on that, then they use a removal on it. Two red, eh? Street Wraith, eh? Faithless Looting, eh? Okay. Wow. Really digging for a hollow one, I guess. Which, unless we get a 0-drop, we won't be able to kill next turn, but would the turn after. Oh, Vengevine. Which they can fairly easily recast. Ooh, Hollow One and Vengevine. That's a decent draw for them. I would have loved this to be a... Well, actually, at this current point, I was going to say I would have liked this to be a Spire and this to be a Rest in Peace. But as it is right now, we kind of need both. So, let's see. We can't Galvanic Blast here. So that means I think I'm playing Ravager and taking the damage. Jeepers. I can chump with Pest. Maybe that's not worth it. Maybe I just take the 8. Yeah, things are not looking the greatest. Yeah. I know it's a 2-turn clock. Ugh. But having a flyer's good. Well, pseudo flyer, I guess. Yeah, I need more artifacts around. Drawing lands is not what I wanted here. Well, we're gonna drop the mountain. Probably should have dropped the other pest. Going to... Is it better to have pest or play plating? If I have pest, I have more chumpers-ish. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna do this now, later, later. Yeah. Yeah. I need more mana. Ugh. So if nothing changes... No, I have to chump. I can take 4. So if nothing changes, I pay 1 to activate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not lethal with Infect. Which means I need to do chumps, which makes this worse. Okay, blocks declared. Probably could have taken the 4 instead of losing this Signal Pest. That might have been best. But I think I'd rather have a slightly larger life buffer. I need to draw something else. Bridge from below is not good news for me. Okay. So, I do that. We play the plating. And we equip it to something? We could equip it to the Ravager and offer the trade with the Vengevine. Yeah. I think I like that. And then I'm going to not play the drum. It is possible that I'm not being aggressive enough. But at my life total, I kind of want to try to turn a corner. But the problem is this bridge from below is potentially going to do some serious damage to me. I think I don't block this turn. Oh dear. Walking Ballista X2. Which means I don't. So do I do anything before the Ballista has the counters on it? I think no. The problem now is I can't Ravager at instant speed anymore because they would just kill with Ballista. That was a good draw for them. So the problem here is if I block with Ravager, whatever I'm modular onto will die to the Ballista. However, if I block with Signal Pest, but Signal Pest is also part of my win condition. As it stands, you know, I probably should have put the plating on Signal Pest. Okay. So now I have to... I can take the 4, but then that puts me dangerously close to dying versus Ballista. However, every time I eat a creature, in particular these flyers, I get farther away from winning. I think I block. I'm going to block. That'll get rid of the bridge from below concerns. Ravager is now out of reach. What do I need here? Master would have been good. Plating is questionable. So I can have a Blink Moth Nexus be on chump duty. Alternatively, I can activate Nexus, pay 1 to equip, and have the Blink Moth activation at the ready, so that's going to be 1. I can modular for 4, and then it's 5, 6, so that's not lethal. Can I still attack? So if I activate and equip, I have... No, if I activate, then I have to pay 1, 2 in order to buff it, which is not enough. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At max I have 7. But I could play drum. Gosh, this is terrible. This is going to be like the longest time I think it's really critical because if I don't kill him this turn, the problem is that he also has 2 activations of that. So I have to... So we activate. 1. We swing in. Say he does nothing because he's waiting on me. That does get us a little closer with the Inkmoth Nexus. If I play an equip, that's 10. It could be lethal if I swing with Ravager, but they just block with Ballista. Actually, I think that line might be a little better, because then they have to block with Ballista, and I can have Blinkmoth Nexus up for chump duty. Okay, let's do that. Six, 7, 8. I equip. 6, 12. Not lethal. So now it's 6. If I equip, that's 12, leaving me with 2 mana. So he has to block, but only if I do that, and I don't die on the crackback. Nine. Oh, jeepers, criminally. I didn't do that right. I'm an idiot. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I mathed wrong. That was bad. Why did I think that was... Oh my god. Yeah. So 4 mana, 2. He could pump Ballista. Yeah, I made a boo-boo. I don't know why I thought I was ahead of the game here. Yeah, go to combat. So we're going to activate Blinkmoth. Actually, that might have been a mistake. Do I have to chump? No? I think I can take this 4. Could have 2 bolts, but 2 bolts would not kill me. No, 2 bolts plus that, 6, 8. Yeah, 2 bolts would kill me. This does not kill me, but a bolt plus Ballista does. This is probably a mistake. I also should have floated mana. Yep. I made mistakes. Mistakes were made. Do 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 do. So now I lose that plating. Why? Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. That's embarrassing. I messed up that one. Alright, cool. Well, thanks for watching my bumbling. I'll see you in the next episode.